My name is Charles Vess. I've been a professional illustrator for 45 years now. We're in Southwest Virginia by a broad stream in my new studio that was built right when I was starting to work on Jonathan Strange. A friend of mine said he'd heard a rumor that Folio Society was getting the book illustrated. I have read Jonathan Strange since it first came out 3 or 4 times, and it's one of my favorite books, so I was like, I really, really wanted to do it. And I did. So, I try to describe this book as if Jane Austen wrote a fantasy novel. It's just a brilliant, brilliant piece of writing. It's such a rich text. It was really fun to draw some of these things. It was when you have to find out what the costumes look like on French Napoleonic soldiers. It was like, ah! Years ago, I found out that it was better to draw with the side of my pencil instead of poking it into the paper, and just being loose and watching things happen and accepting your mistakes and working off of those mistakes. Especially when you're doing this kind of stuff, you're just waiting for a mistake to happen and follow it along and play with it. With these, I chose a slightly different way than I usually work with, and I worked with colored pencils. You know, you draw with them, and then I have a particular piece of scrap rag that I found that has just enough tooth in it that you can rub and you can kind of smear the colored pencil a little bit, and it makes an interesting look to it all. This is actually on copy paper, but it has a texture to it. So when you're using the colored pencil, it starts giving that to you. You just sort of follow cracks and crevices and stuff. We were doing these end papers. I worked out these drawings for all 3 volumes that were going to be in the slipcase. Each would have a fold-out end paper, and it's a beautiful thing. I find my inspiration right outside my window, but I love landscape and trees, rocks. I think that they can be as an important a character as a person in a story. There's a scene in the book that takes place in a little attic room in Venice where this crazy woman with all these cats lives, and I spent a long time mapping out the room. I knew it was never going to be in the illustration, but I needed to know that I was there when I was drawing it. So this was the sketch of the attic room, and that's what I did. Ah! Oh, look at that. This Mr. Strange down there, Jonathan, seeing this in the Raven King. It's beautiful. Yeah, I can't wait for it to get out into the world.